False assumptions. False assumptions. False assumptions. False assumptions can get you into all sorts of trouble. Whether you're struggling with a relationship, studying for a hard class, or meeting new people, your preconceptions can make or break your ability to cope effectively with the situation. In order to stop making false assumptions, you'll have to check your ego at the door and keep your mind open to new possibilities. Remember that the only safe assumption is to make sure that your first assumptions might be false. This keeps your head level and your mind open. Recognize the assumptions you make in everyday life and think about whether they're useful. Throw anything out that doesn't help you live and work more efficiently. Use riddles and other divergent thinking exercises to expand your ability to think critically. Without making false assumptions, these are some of the best ways to break bad mental habits. Respect other people's ideas, even though you might disagree with someone else on a hot topic. Recognize it. Her own opinion isn't worthless simply because it's not the same as your own. Be objective as you can in making evaluative decisions, whether you're at work, at home, with your friends. Be as logical and fair as possible in your judgments. Resist the urge to accept stereotypes, even though they might be accurate. Stereotypes are reductive and can cloud your judgment. So base your judgments only on the most apparent facts. This is the most logical way of doing things, and it'll stop you from making false assumptions altogether. So catch yourself when you make these automatic assumptions and just not focus on them. Stay in the present and don't dwell on one thing for too long, or it will look like you're trying too hard. You will start catching yourself and practice stopping these automatic assumptions. How to stop making false assumptions. How do you turn your weaknesses into strengths? We all have them. We just tend to try to work on eliminating them or changing ourselves in order to become better. But change is difficult, very difficult. What if instead of trying to eliminate our weaknesses, we embrace them for what they are? Think about your biggest weaknesses at work and in life. What qualities are you most happy about? Of the following list of 16 typical weaknesses, look carefully and choose the 3 that resonate most with you. Disorganized, inflexible, stubborn, inconsistent, obnoxious, emotionless, shy, irresponsible, boring, unrealistic, negative, intimidating, weak, arrogant, indecisive, impatient. Don't be too depressed. The rest of this activity is fine. Now, inconsistent becomes flexible, irresponsible becomes adventurous, arrogant becomes self-confident, no fear, face uncertainty, take a chance, cross that bridge when you get to it. Every weakness has a corresponding strength, and hidden in your weaknesses are your strengths. No fear, face uncertainty, take a chance, cross that bridge when you get to it. Every weakness has a corresponding strength. Right? Hidden in your weaknesses are your strengths. Right? Instead of trying to change your weaknesses, accept them. Don't try to fix them. It's too difficult. Instead, be sure to leverage your associated strengths. You can look to colleagues, direct reports, or even supervisors to fill in the gaps where you're the weakest. Don't be afraid to ask people for help. They can add value where you are weaker. But be sure to embrace your strengths. Build upon them. After all, your strengths, even those disguised as weaknesses, will get you far in your career and in life. Dance going in our hearts, Build on your strengths.
Instead of trying to change your weaknesses, accept them. Don't try to fix them, it's too difficult. Instead, be sure to leverage your associated strengths. You can look to colleagues, direct reports, or even supervisors to fill in the gaps where you're the weakest. Don't be afraid to ask people for help. They can add value where you are weaker. But be sure to embrace your strengths. Build upon them. After all, your strengths, even those disguised as weaknesses, will get you far in your career and in life. That's going in our hearts. Build on your strengths.